I made $100,000 on YouTube, but my family turned against me. My siblings are now suing me, and I'm desperate for help. Chapter 1. The Rise to Fame. My name is Alex, and my journey to YouTube success began as a simple hobby. In college, I started a channel focused on tech reviews. At first, it was just a way to share my passion with a few friends and fellow enthusiasts. I never expected it to become something more. My content was a mix of honest reviews and quirky tech experiments, which somehow caught the eye of a growing audience. By the time I graduated, I had amassed a modest following of around 10,000 subscribers. But it wasn't until a video about a new smartphone's hidden features went viral that everything changed. Overnight, my subscriber count skyrocketed to over 100,000. The ad revenue started rolling in, and I found myself earning a steady income of $100,000 a year from my channel. Chapter 2. The Golden Period. For a while, life seemed perfect. I invested in better equipment, upgraded my studio, and even hired a small team to help with editing and social media management. My parents were supportive, albeit slightly skeptical, but my siblings, two older brothers, Jason and Mark, and a younger sister, Lily, were genuinely excited for me. They frequently appeared in my videos, which added a personal touch that my audience loved. Jason, the eldest, was always the responsible one. Mark was the jokester, and Lily, despite being younger, was my biggest fan and often contributed creative ideas. We were a close-knit family, and it felt like nothing could go wrong. We celebrated milestones together, and I even treated them to lavish vacations as a way of showing my gratitude. Chapter 3. The First Cracks. The first signs of trouble began when I made a decision that, in hindsight, was a critical error. I decided to move my content in a new direction, focusing on high-stakes tech investments and exclusive product reviews. I also started making sponsorship deals with high-profile tech companies, which brought in more money but also more stress. My brothers, who had always been involved in my channel to some extent, felt sidelined. Jason thought the new direction was risky, while Mark and Lily felt that I was becoming too commercial and less personal. We had a few arguments about the changes, but I brushed them off, believing that they were just growing pains of success. Chapter 4. The Betrayal. The real trouble began when I decided to sell exclusive tech merchandise on my channel. The launch was a massive success, and it quickly became a significant revenue stream. However, I made the mistake of not consulting my siblings about the new business venture. Jason, in particular, felt left out, and his resentment began to fester. One evening, after a particularly heated argument over the merchandise profits, Jason and Mark confronted me. They claimed that since they had been part of the channel's success, they deserved a share of the profits. I disagreed, arguing that my channel, my content, and my business decisions were my own. Things escalated quickly. My brothers began to openly criticize my business decisions and started spreading rumors about my alleged greed and mismanagement of funds. The family dynamic shifted from one of support to one of hostility. Jason and Mark accused me of prioritizing money over family and even tried to involve our parents in their grievances. Chapter 5. The Legal Battle. The situation took a dramatic turn when Jason and Mark filed a lawsuit against me. They claimed that they were entitled to a percentage of the profits from my YouTube channel, arguing that their involvement in the early days justified their claim. They demanded compensation for their contribution to my success, including a share of the merchandise profits and future earnings. The lawsuit was a shock. I never expected my own brothers to turn against me like this. The legal battle was grueling and public, as the media caught wind of the family drama. Articles began to circulate, portraying me as a greedy sibling who betrayed his family. It was a nightmare. As the legal proceedings dragged on, the stress began to take a toll on me. My channel's content suffered as I struggled to focus on producing quality videos while dealing with the constant legal battles. The community that once supported me began to waver, and the comments on my videos became a mix of sympathy and criticism. Chapter 6. The Unexpected Ally. Amidst the chaos, an unexpected ally emerged. Lily. She had always been the peacemaker in the family, and despite her initial disappointment with my new direction, she reached out to me privately. She was disheartened by how things had turned out and offered to help mediate the situation. Lily's intervention was a turning point. She arranged a family meeting where we could address our grievances openly and honestly. It was a painful and emotional experience, but it allowed us to air our frustrations and misunderstandings. Jason and Mark admitted that their resentment had clouded their judgment, while I realized that I had been neglecting my family in my pursuit of success. We reached a tentative agreement to work through our issues and sought professional counseling to help us navigate the aftermath of the lawsuit. Chapter 7. The Fallout. Despite the efforts to reconcile, the damage to our family relationships was profound. The legal battle had left deep scars, and the public scrutiny had exacerbated the situation. My relationship with Jason and Mark was strained, and although we were trying to rebuild, the trust that once existed was shattered. In the midst of this turmoil, my channel's success continued, but it felt hollow. The joy I once found in creating content was overshadowed by the constant stress and conflict. The financial success was bittersweet, as it had come at the cost of my family's unity and my personal peace of mind. I decided to take a step back from YouTube and focus on healing the rifts within my family. It was a difficult decision, but it was necessary for my mental and emotional well-being. I worked on rebuilding my relationships with my siblings and sought professional help to address the lingering issues. Chapter 8. The Path to Healing. The road to healing was long and arduous. Rebuilding trust with my siblings required patience and effort. We had to confront painful truths and learn to communicate more effectively. It was a process of forgiveness and understanding, and while it was far from perfect, there were glimmers of hope. As I took a break from creating content, I used the time to reflect on what I wanted for my future. I realized that while success on YouTube had brought me financial rewards, it had also exposed the fragility of my personal relationships. I made a conscious effort to prioritize my family and to find a balance between my professional ambitions and my personal life. Chapter 9. A New Beginning. After a year of introspection and rebuilding, I decided to return to YouTube, but with a new approach. I focused on creating content that aligned with my values and passions, rather than chasing after trends and sponsorships. I also made it a point to keep my family involved in a way that was healthy and supportive. My relationship with my siblings remained a work in progress, but we had made significant strides in mending our bond. We continued to face challenges, but we were committed to working through them together. The experience taught me invaluable lessons about the complexities of success and the importance of maintaining personal relationships. While the road to recovery was fraught with difficulties, I was determined to navigate it with resilience and hope. Epilogue. Reflections on success. Looking back, I can see how my journey to YouTube success was both a blessing and a curse. It brought me financial stability and professional growth, but it also revealed the vulnerabilities in my personal life. The experience was a harsh reminder that success is not just about numbers and revenue. It's about the people we hold dear and the relationships we cherish. My story is a testament to the fact that even in the face of adversity, there is always room for growth and reconciliation. While my family and I continue to work through our challenges, I remain hopeful that we can find a way to move forward together, stronger and more united than before.